Hey, what up everybody, it's your boy HP Maharaja and we back at it. Today is a happy Friday. The week is over. November 18th, 17th, 2017. The year is almost coming to a close, surprisingly. Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff. I actually did some work today at work, which is a good thing. I got another client meeting today for a startup that I'm doing on the side. At 5:30, so we're gonna schedule that stuff in. We'll see what happens, what they're willing to invest and stuff. We'll see how that stuff works. Nonetheless, I had a great day today. Now I'm done. I'm free for the weekend a little bit to work more on different things. So that's gonna be interesting. And yeah, so just relaxing, chilling. You know, pedaling in like so many different directions. I probably need to come together and pull all my resources together to knock out one at a time. But nonetheless, it's Friday, right? Something that everyone's looking forward to. So most people look forward to Friday to essentially party or enjoy and take the time off and sleep more. Like, I sleep more, sure, right? Like, compared to during the week. Actually, I sleep less during the weekends than I do during the week, and that's like sort of I guess that's sort of the vibe that happens to be in my life. I'm just someone who just sleeps less during the weekends, just because I think I can enjoy it more, perhaps. But nonetheless, less sleep means more work or more stuff that I'm doing over the weekend, whether it's cricket matches or I'm working with people, whether I'm working on my side projects, working on investments, figuring stuff out, learning stuff. That's huge. Let me just focus on this one. So on this video, I'm just going to talk a little bit about learning, why that's so important. So Elon Musk released his new Tesla semi-truck, and then without people knowing, from the back of the semi-truck, he released another concept, a sports car, which is amazing. He's a guy who never stops learning, right? He's always in there in the nuts and bolts and the dirty grunt work he's doing out there to ensure that he can, produce something that's absolutely outside of this world, and people like don't even expect this from a normal person. And that's where like a lot of successful people build their lives around, and it comes from a wide depth of learning. Learning is absolutely crucial, because without learning, you're not going to be able to develop new skills, first of all, develop those skills to apply them in the real world to make a significant impact on the world, and obviously from those impacts that you make, get the results that you aspire for or desire or whatever. So these are the like basic things that learning can provide you with. And that's why it's so important to like continue learning. Like you don't have to learn about everything in the world. You just got to pick your certain niches. Like for me, it's just like the aviation industry, finance industry. I'm learning a little bit. I mean, I'm just curious and I'm passionate about finance, like investments, investment banking. Like what's going on there? It's not that I'm going to become a banker or an accountant or anything. I just want to learn those logistics so I can be more aware of the world, the surroundings, and how things function in the world. And I think that's very important if you're trying to pursue anything in your life, any sort of startup or venture, whatever you're trying to do. It's important that you venture out a little bit and start learning stuff outside of your realm, but also at the same time start learning stuff and acquiring massive amounts of knowledge in your passionate space. Now, what I will say is that sometimes when you start learning, you sort of get demotivated, and you'll find this a lot because, you start learning something and they're like, this is boring. That's when you'll know that this is a huge X. Like, this is not something you should be pursuing. Nonetheless, yes, I got a new lanyard here, UC Irvine, go Anteaters. But nonetheless, another thing is, the more you learn, obviously Warren Buffett says the more you learn, the more you earn. Don't have your primary objective be money, because in the end, that's just going to drive you nuts, and you're going to be working for simply that, just money. And that's not really good for the world. It's not good for the people around you. work because you're passionate about doing it and you're willing to put in 16 hours a day, which amounts to 80 hours per 5 days if you don't work in the weekends. I actually calculated this stuff and I was like, man, some of these people are nuts who work 16 hours a day non-stop, even on the weekends, you know. So that's what I'm trying. Yeah, I'm sort of down that road. I'm not quite to that level, but yeah, like I'm working my way up there with so many different projects and expansion things. Nonetheless, I do want to say that networking is a big way to learn. And when you talk to other people, or you're just like listening to people talk, and they're talking about their experiences, their wisdom, their knowledge base, their experiences, that's going to help you better understand how people have navigated the world before you in the realm of whatever spectrum you're interested in: aviation, finance, healthcare, whatever you're into, insurance, whatever. Networking and listening to people that have already gone through the process and understanding their issues and the problems that they solved will help you solve the problems of the future. That's something that I'm working on too. Like, I'm listening to people interviewing, like at USC and all these different schools that bring on these guest speakers, wherever they happen to be, like one Cuban, crazy entrepreneur. But yeah, so like that's sort of my realm. But you should be listening to people that have like knowledge base, and like if you're a computer programmer, like listen to like Node.js podcasts, right? And like they're really knowledgeable in the realm of Node.js, and they bring on guest speakers, and you learn more about Node.js development strategies and development practices, and best, outputs on how to create successful software. So it's important that you use all these avenues, and it's easier than ever to do it today because you've got all these resources available to you. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Learning never stops. And that's all part of the hustle. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This No Shave November is going crazy. I don't know if I should trim it off, shave it. I'm not sure. But we can last. It's only halfway, so we'll see what happens. Other than that, HP Maharaja, signing out. Peace and love. Jai Ho, everybody.